Welcome to the installation guide for the frunk of the Mercedes EQA. We will install 8 mounting elements at 4 points. Once here at the battery box, once here at the rectifier, then here at this plastic recess, and on the left side here. It is important to mention in advance that nothing on the vehicle will be altered. What cannot be undone and restored in just a few steps and minutes. First of all, I would like to show you which small elements are included in the delivery and what additional tools you will need. We have a mounting bracket with a felt slider and nuts and bolts for fastening, then a spacer bolt, again with nuts on the left and right, and a plastic element, then a mounting bracket with a ball bolt and a rescrew and nut and an additional ball bolt. M8, again made with additional plastic elements and a nut. For tools you will need 4 open-end wrenches with sizes 13, 12, 10, and 7, and 3 Allen keys with sizes 5, 4, and 3. Then let's get started. Perhaps a little tip beforehand. Maybe lay down a blanket and that's how it is. Functional material. In the engine compartment, in the area where you are working, because it happens quite quickly that small parts fall down and then get lost in the vast expanses of the engine compartment, never to be retrieved again. Then I would say, let's start with the first element. On the battery box, simply loosen the nut from the bracket. Then here, insert the bracket and secure it with the nut on the back side. Then we take the Allen key with a size 4 and the open end wrench with a size 10 to secure the nut on the back side. And secure at the front, or rather tighten the screws. So the first mounting point is thus secured. Then we install this mounting bracket. On the rectifier, on the tab of the rectifier, first we loosen the M8 screw from the glide nut attached or placed at the back. Hold the glide nut in the bracket with the index finger and then position the bracket on this tab. Then insert the M8 screw and tighten it. Afterwards, with the Allen key with a size 5, tighten the screw accordingly. The second point is already well attached. The third fastening element, the M8 ball stud, which we now attach here in the front area, the hood. Again, loosen the M8 motor. It's best to set aside the small parts beforehand so they don't get lost. Again, a small push in case something falls down. First, we insert the combination plastic washer from below. It fits relatively precisely. Then hold the washer underneath and the nut. Hold it from below. So once you have accomplished that, then you take the ball pin with the large washer, insert it from above, and screw the entire element tight. There is a little play here. Ideally, you try to hit the position in the middle. Then we need again an open end wrench with a size 12. And perhaps if it doesn't lock itself, use an open end wrench with a size 13 at the bottom. You tighten this entire element here. So, finally we attach the last element, namely this M4 bolt, the stainless steel bolt, which we insert on the left side in the engine compartment. Again, loosen the nut. The stainless steel disc, solve beginning. You move the lock nut a bit further back, and then it starts. I'll show it once beforehand like this. Hello, you need to screw the lock nut in below. So far 4 to 5 threads. That the bolt is flush with the nut. You can feel it quite well with your finger. Then we place this entire element into this hole and feel for the bolt on the underside. Maybe it can be adjusted there, and there on the underside the bolt comes out. Exactly. Then you place a washer in, and additionally and screw the whole thing in. 4 to 5 threads so that the bolt is flush with the nut at the bottom. When you then feel the bolt, you adjust it like this. Take the Allen key with a size 3 width and lock the whole thing with the lock nut. Take the open end wrench, nut wrench size 7 today, and tighten the whole thing. After that, we have the correct position to mount the rubber buffers and the frunk tooth. And you immediately notice this small element is rock solid for holding the frunk. So check again if it's relatively flush at the bottom. You can see the element is sitting very well and firmly. Now we just need to insert the frunk. Position it correctly in the engine compartment. Ideally, you place it so that you first properly set the left buffer and then press it down. You can clearly feel how it clicks into place and then holds. Then take the second buffer at the front, position it correctly, and press it down. And at the back, it fits precisely, and you set it in place. And that's it. Just check the secure fit. You'll notice it holds really well. And you're done. Then we load it, the frunk. For easy loading, you don't have to open the nets. The large bag fits best in the large rear compartment. You can really store a lot of small items there. Then you'll probably need the Type 2 charging cable chain repeatedly. Fits in here quite well. And then you can reattach the net. And maybe, if you like, small items like additional safety vests. Of course, you often have to keep one in the passenger compartment, but you can store additional safety vests and other small items in the double net here. There's relatively a lot of storage space on the right and left. So that's it. Have fun with yours, Frank. You're Joseph from the company Frunk.